wonderful dream. I had a dream. Oh, I'm live now. Whoops. That happened. I was waiting for stream to start, and I started singing to myself, and then stream started. What can you do? Oh well. You smile, you nod, you move on. Welcome back to another episode of Building Lee. I believe it's episode 11 going on now. We are going to be focusing on a new champion, a new build. Fun tonight. I'm going to take a swig of water real quick. I'm excited because I decided to do champion on a whim today, and I think it's actually going to go pretty well. Today, what we are going to be looking at is a jungle hero. And yes, there are many heroes at jungle, but this is a specifically jungle hero. You have specific jungle heroes, like Trundle. He's made to jungle. Like, he was made because they wanted to put him in the jungle. Then you have other ones. Rammus can do pretty well for himself. Rengar, he was kind of made for the jungle as well, but you can play him outside. I see him more outside the jungle than I do see Trundle. Lee Sin, not necessarily made for jungle, but he does pretty well for himself in there too. Just looking at the character list, I say what comes to my head. Udyr, fantastic jungler. I see him top lane. I don't like it top lane. I like him in that jungle, just hitting little monsters around, hitting those wraiths, just smacking them with his fire bear paw. When you can smack something with a bear paw that's on fire, you're just winning in my book, first of all. That's my endorsement. Fire bear paw. Anyway, what we will be focusing on today is, again, a very specific jungle hero. I'm going to bring him up now. Where's that button? That pretty little button right there. Wrong button. Wrong button. Where's that button? There's that button. We're going to focus it on the large wolf man that is, if I can find him because I lost him all of a sudden. There he is. Warwick. Fantastic jungler. He's been around so long. He's just one of those. If my thing was low, thank you. Yeah, he was pretty much one of the first champions ever released, and he is just fantastic at jungling. Recommended too, fighter, melee, jungler. He's knocking shit around with his claws. I like his lore too, where he taught Singe how to do his build stuff, because Warwick was also an alchemist guy, and then Soraka's like, stop that, and she cursed him, and that's why Soraka is how she is, because Warwick is how he is, and Singe is how he is, because he's just like, I'm bored. Anyway, again, jungle. Only 1350. You can pick him up really easily. You probably just have some IP lying around. You can just pick him up. That's what I did one day. Just like, I'll pick him up. And never regretted it. So now driving right in onto the build. Not much for an opening, but hey, I did my best. Tried to give you guys a show, and well, here's the informative part. Warwick's passive, his eternal thrust. Each of his auto attacks deal scaling damage, magic damage based on his level. It goes up, and heal him for the same amount. So he has. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. That was the manliest sneeze ever. Oh God, I feel terrible for that. Anyway, he has basically natural life steal, but it's stacked, so he'll heal more damage if he keeps in the same target. So engaging directly on a Warwick one-on-one, like just a smacky battle, usually goes in his favor just based on how his build works out. Just champion, not necessarily the items you build. There are ways to combat it. Nass can do a pretty good job of it if he has enough attack speed, because Warwick will get up pretty fast. Moving on to his ability, he has his Q, his Hunger and Strike. He'll strike an enemy. It's not even like he's a melee character, but this is even melee. He kind of just spins in a circle, and they're like so frightened by it that they just like get hit and damage is done. I didn't close my door. I'm gonna go do that real quick. Just stare at this screen, like, engulf all this information. I'm sorry. And I'm back. But yeah, it will also, his Q will also heal things. I should close that door more. I should lock it, but I don't have a key. It locks from the outside. Then I just lock myself in, and then what do I do? I'd knock until someone came home. I don't want to do that. That's just silly. Anyway, he Yeah, he sleeves around, does a lot of damage. Costs a lot though. It starts out with just a 70 mana cost, and we go all the way up to 110 cost. So it's a good chasing ability. Like if you just have someone just they have a little health left, that'll knock it out. Right, 'cause it'll do a good amount of damage, and it has a small range on it that you don't have to be right up on them. His next ability, his Hunter's Call, his W, lets out a howl, and kind of like Gangplank's, I forget what's called. It's not his parlay, his scurvy, his um his cannon. I forget what the other one calls. It basically it's just a bit. It's a buff for all your allies around you. I can't remember. That's basically the same thing, where it'll just in charge all of your allies around you to increase attack speed. Only by half the amount you get though. So as awesome as you're doing, they're only doing half as awesome. So you're focused on yourself. Warwick's kind of a selfish little bint. It doesn't give let's see, what is it? Flat movement speed bonus. So that's something to keep in mind. Like a lot of people me think, oh, you get attack speed, I also get movement speed. That's not how this works. So you don't just start blowing it if you're chasing something. Only hit at once you're up on top of them. It's a really easy thing to waste if you're not paying attention. Next ability, his E, Blood Scent. It's a toggle on and off, and usually people just leave it on because I can't think of a reason to not. Warwick sends his enemy champions on a persistent life with a certain distance from him, revealing them until they heal. Leave the area of Blood Scent is deactivated. While sent an enemy, he gains extra movement speed. Literally no reason to leave this off. I don't know why it costs nothing to put on. It doesn't do mana over time. If it did, that might be different. But you can just literally leave this on, and whenever anyone's around, you'll immediately hear Warwick howl in that they'll be revealed. And you know where they are. You'll know you're close. So why leave it off? Yeah, and you gain that attack speed. So whenever that movement speed, excuse me. So yeah, it's just weird that it's even a toggle. I think it would be better off if it was a toggle that you have to what is it? Pay mana over time. Maybe just 4 or 5 mana every second or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, scale it up. I don't know. I don't like that it's left on. It just seems weird. A little. I want to see a little OP that you can just leave that on. Not ew. To me, it also just robs him of an ability of a bit of strategic play. Like when do I turn it on? Do I know if anyone's near? Let me check. No, you can just leave it on. You're just immediately alerted. So it seems just weird. I don't like that necessarily, but it's good. I'm not saying it's not good. I just say I don't like it. It's too good to me. Regardless, moving on. His R, his ultimate. I'm sure we've all been a victim of this ultimate at one point or another. You just run by. Oh, you're about 3/4 health, but you're pretty far ahead of the champions that are chasing you. You think you're fine. Warwick's there, but whatever. And then suddenly he's just getting a little closer because you're below half health, so his Blood Scent gave him an extra speed boost. And Magic goes, I'm just gonna keep running. I'm almost under my tower. I'm almost in range, and then he catches you, and he just claws you, and you're stuck, and he's out of range of your tower, and then you die because you were at low health already. He just tore you to pieces. Oh, it's annoying. He gains health because this basically just a bunch of auto attacks, kind of the same way Fiora does. Her ultimate that will work in the same way, except you can't move when Warwick hits you. So he'll just suppress you for almost 2 whole seconds. That's a lot of time. A lot of time in League of Legends life. So, yeah, and it gains all on-hit effects and benefits. So basically, just a bunch of auto attacks. It's crazy good. It'll suppress you and it'll hold you down. Ways to get out of this: if a nearby ally can interrupt him, or if you're just barely on a tower, he might pop it on there and he'll just be stuck in the tower, doing equal damage to himself pretty much, because tower scales. Thank you, friendly tower. You've saved me more than once. I remember a time, what was it? I was playing new ones very early on. Level 1 grabbed Alpha Strike. Level 2 grabbed Wuju Style. And I was just about to hit level 3. And I don't remember who was in the lane with me. I think it was an Olaf. We were top lane, I think. I don't know. We were low levels, but I remember this because it was amazing that it happened to me. And he comes up to me and he beats on me, and I'm almost level 3. There's some creeps around us that I know I'm gonna hit level 3 in another 1 or 2 creep deaths. Say words, Alex. Say words. And I said, well, I'm gonna pull back for now. But he chases me, and he throws his axe and hits me. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to die. But then I level up. I'm just in range of the tower. He can go up there and he can get just 1, 2 good hits off of me and I'm dead. He'll take a tower, but he doesn't care because he's going to get first blood. But I hit level 3 and I immediately get meditate and I immediately pop that meditate. I'm standing there and he's doing damage, but I just regained that fast. And he's stuck there going, no, must kill, and tower is beating him in and he dies and I get first blood. It was a beautiful moment for me. I'm like, I laughed for a good minute. Oh, I'm so happy I was able to share that with you too. It's a beautiful moment in my career. I could have seen it. Other than that, Olaf, who felt ridiculous. That was also a moment when I realized that meditate, you can just stand there and they can do damage, won't actually care. You just stay at the same health, pretty much, unless it's another Yi going 2 attacks per second because he got 3 Phantom Dancers and a War Mouse. He doesn't care, and he got lifesteal out the butt. And he's like, I hate everything about my life. Okay. Wrong button again. Right button. Recently, his now ranging Hunter's Call has been moved around a little bit. So is his Blood Stem. That's about it. Not a lot has ever done to him. Nice gallery. Warwick and a shark and is that him? I think it's a manatee. Oh yeah, it is. Earth the manatee. Maybe if I read, I'd notice things. Oh well. Now that we've gone through that, though, we can move on into the runes. My least favorite part of things, but hey, what it is, what it is. Starting off, runes, we're gonna want to take 9 attack speed, flat attack speed. Seals, moving over there, over into... I'm sorry, no, I meant to... I got that backwards. Marks attack damage. 9 attack damage. And in seals, you want the attack speed. That's better. That's much better, right? I like that better. And glyphs will go for not scaling cooldown reduction, but just regular cooldown reduction. His abilities have decent cooldowns on them. They're not small, but they're not big. They're pretty nice. And you're gonna have to wait a little while, especially on your Q, which has the biggest cooldown. Wait, is it Q? I'm gonna go with Q. I might be wrong. Actually, I can just check that right here. Cooldown 10. Oh no, it was EW. It was EW. Ultimate notwithstanding. So no. Your speed boost, you wanna cool that down just a little bit. If you can get that lower when you're taking it could make a difference between if you're taking a dragon or you're taking a kill. It could really make a difference just in that little area right there. And on to quintessences, you'll want... No, not dodge. Dodge is stupid. Well, I don't want to say armor or... Well, I might say that. Armor magic resistance, you might want to have 2 pages for this. One with armor quintessences, one with magic resist quintessences. That's a word that no longer exists to me. Scaling mana, because... No, not scaling mana. Greater quintessence mana. 3 of those. Because it's... Your Q is a high cost thing. Let's bring that back up again. Excuse me. 70, 80, 91... Yeah. You'll want a bit of extra mana for that early and mid game where you don't want to run out of mana. Run out of mana blows dick. Just blows lots of dick. My French, but it blows dick. You can avoid that with Greater Quintessence of Mana, which will give you pretty much an extra 100 starting out. You'll basically be able to last just 1 and maybe a half times longer than you would have been able to. So 1.5 times strong too. I don't like runes. Runes are the most boring part of this to me. Summoner spells though, those are fun. Now obviously, since we're jungling, we are going to be taking Smite, so let's not even worry about that. Smite. And there's no reason to take any supporting items, because it's not what you're up for. Yeah, and you have a kind... No, let's say you have a kind of Ignite, but you don't. Just thinking of another character. Or whatever you want to call them. I don't need this. exhaust is nice, but you usually only end up using exhaust